Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Shreya Dhoundial and here's wishing all of you and your families a very happy Dussehra. Now ladies and gentlemen, it was just a matter of time and well, it has happened. Rahul Gandhi on a tour of South America has gift-wrapped a controversy and sent it all the way to India to the BJP. The BJP has returned the favor with a volley of counter-attacks and enough to say the Colombia clash is just about peaking. Now this is what has happened. Rahul Gandhi was invited to speak at a university in Colombia. He gave a speech and then was asked questions by students. While responding to one of the questions, he accused the BJP-led central government of mounting a wholesale attack on India's democratic system. Mr. Gandhi has for the last 6 months accused India's Election Commission of being the handmaiden of the BJP government and orchestrating what he calls vote chori or stealing elections. Also under the opposition attack have been the CBI and the ED that have been castigated for being vendetta tools for the BJP. Rahul Gandhi took his gripe abroad and the BJP, as expected, is frothing. They are calling the leader of opposition the leader of propaganda.
In India, we have huge amounts of corruption now at very, very centralized level.
देखिए, he is a disgrace. ये जानते हैं सब कि वो देश को हर जगह बदनाम करने का, देश की निंदा करने के लिए, देश की आलोचना, मैं ये सरकार की नहीं कह रही, देश की निंदा.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that was just part one of the Colombia clash. Next came Rahul Gandhi's favorite whipping boys, the Adanis and the Ambanis. He did not name them, but told his audience that there was a huge level of corruption at the centralized level in India, where 3 to 4 businesses with close links to the Prime Minister controlled everything. The BJP's response? Don't take Rahul seriously.
अब आप चीन की तारीफ कर रहे हैं कि भारत तो दुनिया की बड़ी ताकत नहीं बन सकता, लेकिन चीन दुनिया का नेतृत्व कर सकता है.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Rahul Gandhi is the leader of the opposition and represents about 40%, in fact 47% of this country. So what he says does need to be taken seriously. Now the BJP has attacked him for going abroad and dissing India as a habit. But ladies and gentlemen, that may be a very selective reading from what was an hour-and-a-half-long interaction. At one point, when he was asked about India and China, he heaped praises on India's view on leading the world. Of course, the BJP didn't see it that way.
Don't take what that man says seriously. I seriously doubt both the motivation and his understanding.
Ladies and gentlemen, the BJP has often complained that Rahul Gandhi is a repeat offender when it comes to running down India on foreign soil. Last year, on a trip to America, he had created a furor when, while speaking about religious freedom in India, he took things a bit too far. He had said then, and I quote, "The fight in India is about whether a Sikh is going to be allowed to wear a turban, whether a Sikh will be allowed to wear a kara or go to the Gurudwara." Well, that matter, ladies and gentlemen, is now in court. So, as leader of opposition, ladies and gentlemen, one hardly expects Rahul Gandhi to go abroad and praise the Prime Minister or the RSS. This is not his job. But is there a line he has crossed? Is what he's saying Bharat bashing, or is it actually the brutal truth? That's a question I'm putting to my guests who are joining us this evening. Aparajita Sarangi is an MP from the BJP joining us on the broadcast. Good evening, Aparajita ji. Dr. Uday, senior journalist, joins us on the broadcast, both of them on the same team. Good to have you on the show. Advocate Mahima Singh, Congress spokesperson, on the show with us. Good evening, Mahima ji. Sanjeev Kaushik back on the show with us again this evening. Thanks all, and a very happy Dussehra to all of you. Aparajita Sarangi, what is the problem if Rahul Gandhi goes abroad and repeats what he says in India almost every day? Problem kya hai?
A very good evening. A very pertinent question you have put before us. What is the problem if Rahul Gandhi goes and attacks India abroad? This is the problem. See, within the Lok Sabha and outside the Lok Sabha, within the boundaries of India, he as the leader of the opposition can criticize Prime Minister Modi's actions and the government's intention and the activities. But when we are abroad, we are all ambassadors of the country and we are expected to behave with a certain degree of responsibility. You remember, you can recall the Operation Sindoor. We went to 33 countries. I had also the opportunity of being one of the 51 MPs who had visited abroad. Cutting across party lines we had gone. And there our language was the same. We had huge ideological, political differences among us. But when we were on foreign land, we were one as Bharatiya. So I fail to understand what is the problem with Rahul Gandhi. Is this his immaturity or his ignorance, or intentionally he has been doing all this? I will call him a habitual offender. Now I'll go to 4 instances. This is not the first that he has spoken like this in Colombia. In 2017 in Berkeley, I remember Rahul Gandhi had said the idea of non-violence is under attack in India. In 2018, in Malaysia, he ridiculed the demonetization exercise and he said, if I were the PM, I would have thrown the proposal into the dustbin. Now again, in 2018, on the soils of Bahrain, he said, Indian government has been converting fear into hatred between communities. Again in May 2022, he said in London, the soul of India is under attack. I don't think this is the mark of a true leader. If he would have been actually a leader, he would have defended his nation abroad.
Miss Sarangi, then is your point, Miss Sarangi, I heard you. Is your point then, sorry to interrupt you here, then I'm going to get the Congress spokesperson in, then essentially the point you're trying to make is, Rahul Gandhi can say what he wants to say in India about the soul of India's democracy under attack, about democracy under attack, about the election commission being the handmaiden of the BJP, etc., etc. But he should not go and say these things abroad because he's dissing his own country abroad. That's the line of your argument, right? So
absolutely.
I'll let Mahima respond to that. I will let Mahima respond to that. Mahima, go ahead.
He should have conveyed the greetings of India to the people of the world from Colombia.
Miss Sarangi, that is not how it works. He's leader of opposition. He doesn't go to abroad to say namaste to people and hello, how are you doing? My country is great. He's been called for a lecture. He's being asked questions. He's responding to that. But anyhow, I'll let the Congress party.
He can say whatever he wants to say.
I will let the Congress party respond to that. Go ahead, Mahima ji.
Jai Hind, it is quite intriguing listening to the BJP spokespersons because I think they have forgotten how Mr. Modi spoke in China and South Korea before 2015, around 2015. And, when he said that he was ashamed to be an Indian before 2014. And further, I must go to Mr. Rahul Gandhi's very pertinent part of the statement today. He answered one of the questions when he said that, the External Affairs Minister, Mr. Jaishankar, has rather called China a stronger global partner. So is that false? Is that statement false? Let the BJP spokesperson respond to that. Did the External Affairs Minister in one of his interviews during Operation Sindoor not remark that China is a stronger partner and we'll have to play it safe? So you see, that is where Shri Rahul Gandhi, Honorable LOP, is coming from. And of course, the BJP will be rattled, Shreya, because we are sitting in times when dissent is not accepted at all by this questionable government, compromised government that came to the very power through vote chori. So, of course, they will not tolerate dissent. Now, what is happening is an activist like Sonam Wangchuk is put behind bars owing to NSA charges. And an organization like RSS, and today we are talking on Gandhi Jayanti, is featured on a commemorative coin. So, these are the times we are sitting in. We are sitting in times when Adani is under scrutiny in the US, one of the topmost, business men in our country, one of the topmost industrialists. That is what the LOP is indicating towards. But the government of this country fails to recognize how Kenya cancelled projects, how France has refused to go forward with Mr. Adani, how Sri Lanka, how Andhra Pradesh in our very own country has refused to go further with Mr. Adani till these charges research. So this government has got a selective memory, I would say, and a selective action.
ठीक है. So essentially then the point of your argument is this. You're saying this is not Bharat bashing as the BJP is saying. These are brutal home truths that need to be recognized.
Absolutely.
Uday ji, will you come in here? ठीक है, उदय जी, will you come in here? The argument of the BJP is this. They are saying, भाई जो बुराई करनी है अपने देश में कर लो, बाहर जाके मत करो. But in the day and age of social media, in many senses, when it comes to information, geographies don't exist. Whatever Rahul Gandhi is saying today in India will be made available in Colombia in the next 30 seconds. So is this even an argument that as leader of opposition you can do and say what you want to do in India, but India se bahar jaake you only have to do India ki taarif? Arey bhai, he is leader of opposition, you can hardly expect him to do Modi ji ki praise or RSS ki praise in Colombia, na?
2 points. One is that BJP may have problem with Rahul Gandhi going and downgrading India. As a journalist, I don't have any problem because no one takes it seriously over here. After a few years, even Colombia and Latin America will also not take it seriously. So why are you worried?
No,
Uday ji, the whole world,
for a man who represents at least 40% of the electorate in this country, we have to take him seriously.
Correct. That's what, because he is sitting as the opposition leader, but he is not behaving like an opposition leader. If he has to be truly representative of 47% of the democracy of India, he has to behave like that. The vote chori, the CBI, the ED, everything has no traction in India, not seen. You go abroad and you talk about Adani. When Adani had zero, practically only one investment, in my opinion, in fintech, because I have worked extensively in Colombia, Barranquilla, Cali, Medellin, and Bogota.
No, he's making a larger point about corruption. When he's asked what are the roadblocks for India, he mentions corruption and he talks about two families who are close to the Prime Minister who control everything and how that is a roadblock in India's development. So he's making a larger point.
He did mention about corruption in the earlier elections also. What happened to that? Rafael was a chori ka mamla. Nothing was proved even in Supreme Court. But you have to prove it, no? Nobody is giving clean sheet to anybody.
Uday ji, are you telling me इस देश में corruption ही नहीं है, इसलिए leader of opposition should not speak about corruption? Because we know what has happened at the Chennai port, where a major importer exporter is saying he's pulling out of India because of the harassment and corruption at the port. It is a story that is blowing up right now.
Absolutely, I'm not saying that there is no corruption. There is corruption. But when you go abroad and talk about India's USP, where you have to go and talk about USP, the bilateral trade between Colombia and India is meagerly about $4.3 billion. Now, as a responsible citizen of this country and a representation of the 47% of the India's population, what you go over there and talk? I'm corrupt. I'm useless. Don't come to me. Don't invest in me. I'm not a democracy. And you are talking it in Colombia. Is it known for democracy? I have worked there for 5 years. I know that country very well.
संजीव जी,
Can you not be positive?
बाहर जाते हैं तो भाई अपने देश की तारीफ करते हैं ना. I may say 10 things on this show to all of you, to Aparajita ji, to Mahima ji. But if I go abroad, I will not diss my country. ना बाहर वालों के सामने तो हम अपने देश की बुराई नहीं करते.
श्रेया राहुल गांधी को कोई सीरियस नहीं लेता, लेकिन मुझे खुशी है कि कम से कम श्रेया ढौंडियाल सीरियस लेती है, तभी उस मुद्दे पर वो चर्चा कर रही हैं.
नहीं, मैं तो लेती हूँ. देखिए, लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन को और इस देश की ऑपोजिशन को सीरियसली लेना हर मीडिया हाउस का धर्म है.
अब मीडिया हाउस नहीं, और भारतीय जनता पार्टी की एमपी हमारी बहन, बड़ी बहन भी बैठी हुई है, वो भी सीरियस लेती है और सीनियर जर्नलिस्ट भी सीरियस ले रहे हैं. तो पूरा हिंदुस्तान देख रहा है कि राहुल गांधी जो कहते हैं उस पर चर्चा होती है. दूसरी बात में आता हूँ, एक वाकया मैं आपको याद कराता हूं कि 23 सितंबर 2014 को न्यूयॉर्क में मेडिसन स्क्वायर गार्डन में नरेंद्र मोदी खड़े थे और उन्होंने कहा था कि एक समय था जब लोग कहते हैं कि पता नहीं कौन से पिछले जन्म में पाप किया कि हमने हिंदुस्तान में जन्म ले लिया, हिंदुस्तान में पैदा कैसे हो गए, ये भी कोई देश है. ये देश के प्रधानमंत्री ने कहा था. तब देश की वो शिकायत नहीं कर रहे थे, तब देश शर्मसार नहीं हो रहा था. और राहुल गांधी सरकार के नीतियों के बारे में बात करते हैं तो बड़ी मिर्ची लग जाती है, तमाम लोग खड़े हो जाते हैं. हिंदुस्तान के इतिहास में पहली बार ऐसा हुआ है कि देश के संवैधानिक संस्थानों को ऐसा लगता है जैसे कि वो गिरवी रख दिया गया हो. इससे पहले आप अपने दिल पे हाथ रख के बताइए, सीनियर जर्नलिस्ट होने के नाते, कि इलेक्शन कमीशन के साख पर इतना कभी दाग लगा था क्या? कभी किसी ने चर्चा की थी क्या? क्या इससे पहले ईडी सीबीआई पर किसी ने इतनी चर्चा की थी क्या? जिस तरह से उसको बधुआ मजदूर बना करके जब जहां चाहे छोड़ दिए जाए, उसके कन्विक्शन रेट को देखा जाता है तो तमाम विपक्षी पार्टियों के ऊपर आप उसको छोड़ते हैं। क्या इससे पहले किस हिंदुस्तान के किसी सरकार का किसी भी बड़े उद्योगपति के साथ इस तरह का सांठगांठ कि देश के प्रधानमंत्री बैठते हो चार्टर्ड प्लेन में और चले जाते हो किसी दूसरे देश में उनको ठेका दिलाने के लिए, ऐसा किसी ने देखा क्या? और इस बारे में यदि राहुल गांधी बात कर रहे हैं तो मिर्ची लगना स्वाभाविक है, क्योंकि राहुल गांधी बहुत करीब की बातें कर रहे हैं। और सचमुच में मैं कह रहा हूं, हमें कहने में कोई गुरेज नहीं है कि सब कुछ संदिग्ध है आज के वक्त में। जब ताकतवर एक सरकार आती है तो सब पे अपना कब्जा करती है, और ये आंखों के सामने दिखाई दे रहा है। विपक्षी पार्टियों को जो 60% विपक्षी पार्टियां जो सरकार के विरुद्ध में है उसकी बातें नहीं सुनी जा रही है, किसी सवाल का जवाब नहीं दिया जा रहा है, सदन में पूछे गए सवालों का जवाब नहीं दिया जा रहा है। वो क्या रहा है? चुप्पी, आपके ऊपर कार्रवाई, संसद से निलंबित, गैर कानूनी तरीके से कोर्ट जाइए, फिर वापस अपनी संसद लेकर वापस आइए। ये सब कुछ इसी देश में हो रहा है और लोग देख रहे हैं।
Okay, Aparajita ji, the opposition is holding the mirror to you and saying what is wrong that Rahul Gandhi has said. Also the charge is those who live in glass houses should not be picking up stones.
Right. Now let me tell you that Rahul Gandhi has been demeaning India on foreign soil without any sense of shame. I will repeat. And I think with me, 1.4 billion Indians would repeat. This is one. Number two, he must remember that these democratic institutions, this Indian democracy, which he actually attacked in Colombia, made him the Lok Sabha MP. Within the Lok Sabha, he has been saying lots of things against the government, and he as the leader of opposition is well within his right to do that.
Correct.
Outside the Lok Sabha, he has been moving around and saying absolutely no issue at all. But when we are outside, we are ambassadors, I underscore. He should, the people from the Congress and the people who are supporting the Congress thought processes, as far as Rahul Gandhi is concerned, must remember that in June 1975, it was the Congress who came forward and stifled democracy. So to say that Prime Minister Modi's government has actually, brought democracy to a standstill or has been, causing ill will rather to democratic institutions is actually far from the truth. So I think these people have to
but
see
Aparajita ji,
in the mirror.
the opposition,
as far as we are concerned, we know what we are doing. And
but
as far as Prime Minister Modi saying, I am ashamed, it was in May 2014 that he took over the reins of the country as the Prime Minister, right? And the Prime Minister said this in the context of his desire to transform the country and to bring it on the path of progress. So he said, last couple of years, 70 years, these people had not done anything and many things needed to be corrected. And I'm ashamed that I belong to this country. We have lots of things to do.
Okay, Mahima is nodding her head.
So I think these
Mahima is nodding her head and saying that is a very weak defense.
This is the reason.
Mahima is nodding her head and saying weak defense.
Have been lost by Rahul Gandhi.
Okay. Mahima, come in. You're nodding your head. Go ahead.
His entire team, one after the other.
Shreya, I would have liked to play that clip on your channel right now, right here, where the Prime Minister is actually saying what another panelist had just indicated, Sanjeev ji had just indicated, what the Prime Minister said in China and Seoul in 2015. He actually said कि ऐसा लगता था पिछले जन्म में बहुत पाप किए थे, and that clip is available on the internet for everybody to see, so I will not squander time playing that clip here right now. But I would certainly like to ask
Aparajita ji, you are saying understand the context here. The Congress is also saying understand the context in which he is speaking. He was asked about challenges for India. He spoke about democratic institutions and corruption. Anyway, Mahima, go ahead, please.
The
BJP spokesperson has cleverly evaded my charge about S. J. Shankar's Honorable External Affairs Minister's statement, which Honorable LOP has questioned. Which External Affairs Minister, a responsible External Affairs Minister, will say, Shreya, that China is strong, so we have to act like this. I mean, at a time when it was very evident that China was aiding that Pahalgam terrorism, China was standing with Pakistan. China gave clear, explicit messages, and our external affairs minister spoke shamelessly in the, in the wake of the events that were happening. Now, before I conclude what I am here to say, I would say, Shreya, that what happened in Bihar. If people in this country, if the governments will need to be reminded by the Supreme Court that Aadhaar is an identity proof, if the governments will need to be reminded by the Supreme Court that your electoral bonds are unconstitutional, if BJP spokespersons will come to debates and give open threats to the honorable leader of opposition for being killed, if an activist like Sonam Wangchuk will, activists will continue to be arrested like this and be accused of terrorist activities, and if Indians continue to be sent on Indian soil like criminals on army planes, US army planes, if the government will continue to control the media, of course, honorable leader of opposition is right of raising those contentions on a relevant stage.
ठीक है, लेकिन संजीव जी, एक होता है बात बोलना और एक होता है बात को मिर्च मसाला लगा के बोलना. Rahul Gandhi has the habit of exaggerating things. So when he's talking about, all right, I understand in the US he was, एक minute, let me complete what I'm saying. There's a point I'm making. The point is, Rahul Gandhi goes to the United States of America last year. What does he say? He's speaking about minority rights in India. What does he say? The fight is about whether Sikhs and Khalsas can wear their pagdi, whether they can wear their kada. I mean, there is one thing to be making a point, but to be making a point by exaggerating the situation in India, that is something that will not be acceptable. The fact is that that matter is in court and the court has heard it fit enough to be heard further. तो राहुल गांधी को भी सोच समझ के थोड़ा बोलना चाहिए ना, बोल क्या रहे हैं?
दो बातें हैं. पहली बात तो ये कि हिंदुस्तान की जनता ये बात समझती है कि राहुल गांधी यदि कोई बात बोल रहे हैं तो उनकी भावनाएं क्या है. निश्चित तौर पे इंग्लिश मीडियम में पढ़ा लिखा व्यक्ति यदि वो हिंदी में बात करता है तो उससे चूक हो जाती है. वो यू और आप में ज्यादा अंतर नहीं समझता.
नहीं, तो आप कह रहे हैं कि ये सब लॉस्ट इन ट्रांसलेशन है. आप कह रहे हैं कि राहुल गांधी को हिंदी जरा कमजोर है, कमजोर हाथ का है.
मेरी बात तो पूरी हो जाती है.
अच्छा, बोलिए.
तो शब्दों को पकड़ना भारतीय जनता पार्टी की फितरत है और भारतीय जनता पार्टी शब्द को पकड़ के रहती है. लेकिन क्या यह सही है कि देश के प्रधानमंत्री यदि ये कहे, लोगों के मंच पर से खड़े होकर कहे कि ज्यादा बच्चे वाले आपके भैंस खोल के ले जाएंगे, मंगलसूत्र गुजरात तक वो चले जाते हैं, सूबे के सबसे बड़े मुख्यमंत्री वो कहते हो 80%, 20%, संतान कब्रिस्तान की बातें, और ये सिर्फ स्तर, ये छोटे लोगों की बात मैं नहीं कर रहा, ये वो लोग बात कर रहे हैं जिनके हाथ में मुल्क है. यदि वो इस तरह की भाषा का इस्तेमाल करें तो निश्चित तौर पर पूरा हिंदुस्तान शर्मसार होता है. राहुल गांधी विविधता में एकता की यदि बात करते हैं और ये बात सुनकर यदि भारतीय जनता पार्टी को लगता हो कि नहीं हमारा ध्रुवीकरण का शस्त्र जो है वो भोंदा पड़ जाएगा इस पे, तो निश्चित तौर पर उनकी चिंताएं हो सकती है जाहिर. लेकिन यह है कि हिंदुस्तान के लिए बेहद शर्मनाक है. हिंदुस्तान को खंडित करने का एक प्रयास किया जा रहा है और हिंदुस्तान की जनता को कभी एक्सेप्ट नहीं होगा कि हिंदुस्तान की अखंडता को इस तरह से प्रभावित किया जाए. सब जानते हैं आज जिस तरह से महिमा मंडन किया गया, कल महिमा मंडन किया गया, देश के सबसे बड़े पोस्ट पे बैठे, सबसे बड़े ऊंचे कुर्सी पर बैठे शख्स के मुंह से जब इस तरह की बातें सुनी जाती है तो निश्चित तौर पे
नहीं. संजीव जी, महिमा मंडन उसी का होता है जो पावर में होता है. अगर आप पावर में होंगे तो फिर राहुल गांधी का भी महिमा मंडल होगा और उनका भी हैप्पी बर्थडे बनाया जाएगा. नहीं, डॉक्टर उदय, आई एम गोइंग टू गिव यू एक मिनट. सच्चाई तो यही है ना, हिस्ट्री इज रिटन बाय द विक्टर and narratives are set by the victor. डॉक्टर, ये तो मतलब आप भी सीनियर जर्नलिस्ट रह चुके हैं, आप इन सब चीजों को भली भांति जानते हैं. डॉक्टर उदय, आई विल गिव यू द लास्ट वर्ड. Point is, when the BJP says something like, why take Rahul Gandhi seriously, and that is a statement that has come from a senior minister in this government, is that the right way to react to the leader of opposition?
They would say
to
it like
dismiss
that.
him.
They would say it like that, Shreya ji. They would say it like that, but they want him to talk like that because Rahul Gandhi is their best campaigner. If he doesn't go and bark like that, what will BJP is going to talk about? BJP to criticize.
लेकिन बीजेपी और मीडिया को सिर्फ वही पार्ट दिखता है जिसमें राहुल गांधी कुछ कंट्रोवर्शियल बोल रहे हैं, लाइक इंडियाज डेमोक्रेसी इज अंडर अटैक. लेकिन कभी बीजेपी को यह नहीं दिखा कि राहुल गांधी ने कोलंबिया यूनिवर्सिटी में यह भी जाकर बोला that, when it comes to leadership, India doesn't view leadership of the world like China does. We don't have the arrogance of China. We are not as arrogant as China to think that we can lead the world. तो अच्छी बातें भी तो बोल रहा है देश के बारे में, वो तो आप लोगों को दिखता नहीं है कभी.
Let me tell you, while we are doing the show, if I tell you, Shreya ji, that 5,000 people have died because some 25 planes have been shot down, I'm sure you will stop the show and then turn to this news. But if I say 5,000 people are dying because there are no toilets in the country, that does not become a news. Please understand this. When you talk something which is baseless and something exaggerated and vague, that becomes a news, unfortunately. And Rahul Gandhi is a habitual offender about it. What my concern about it is that he has such a wonderful opportunity as the opposition leader and leader of one of the largest and oldest party in the country. He should bear more responsibility. Come with more proof. We want proof in Rafale. We want proof in vote chori. We want him to go and sue the EDA and CBI and Election Commission. Why not do that? Instead, you go and talking, your own credibility is going down because of that.
Okay, you're saying he's leader of opposition. If he wants to be a credible leader of opposition, he cannot just shoot and scoot. He needs to stay there and prove what he's saying. We'll leave it there for the moment. I think our viewers have heard, all of you. Our viewers have heard from the BJP, from Aparajita Sarangi. Aparajita ji, thank you very much. Uday ji, good to have you on the show. We've heard from the Congress party as well. Mahima ji, thank you for your time. Sanjeev ji, thank you for your time as well. Our viewers can make up their own minds. We'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much. On that note, a quick break. There's much more on the other side.